I need you to hate so I can use you for your hate.
This is Real Sales Talk. Real sales advice from real sales practitioners. Giving you tips on how to dominate your sales quota are your co-hosts, Sean Mitchell and Phill Keen.
We don't have a process for referrals at most companies. I go into a company, I say, what's your referral process? They have no, well, what do you mean?
I think that goes back to the premise of why do salespeople suck at prospecting? I mean, number one reason why they suck at prospecting is they don't actually do it.
If you are successful and nobody knows, in 2016, 20, 2025, you're not successful.
You ever want to find out what's going on in the company? Get in the car and spend a day with the top 3 salespeople. You'll find out in 5 minutes.
Because you can't be a trusted advisor without 2 things, trust and advice. I mean, you need both of them.
What's going on, everyone? It's TechTalk 019. We are fired up and ready to go with 2 new applications for you, Real Sales Talk family, to help you do your job better and ultimately make more money and be more successful. So, Phill, what's going on this evening with you?
Nothing. Busy weekend. Had good family time. Now I'm just kicking it. Sunday night. So if you guys don't know, Sean, I do this on Sunday night. So I'm tired, man. It's been a long weekend, so I need a weekend for my weekend. And then go back to the grind tomorrow morning, bright and early. So
it feels like I blinked and the weekend's gone. I don't know what happened to it.
Those are the best weekends, right?
Yeah, but I'm excited.
What's going on with you, Sean?
I did some cleaning today. Did some tidying up in the house, which is always good. Washed some sheets, made some beds, put away some clothes. With 2 kids, you know how this goes. 2 kids, it gets fat. It gets dirty really fast.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's funny. It's just I can look out of my office right now and see my kids' playroom, and I'm sure it's just messy. I'm actually looking at the picture behind your head where it says you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Wayne Gretzky.
Yep. Always
makes me think that quote now makes me think of Michael Scott in the office. He crosses out Wayne Gretzky and puts Michael Scott's name on it.
That's typical. My wife loves The Office. I never got into it, but my wife loves it.
Favorites all probably top 5 all time. It just I got a dry sense of humor, so it's one where there's so many one-liners and so many little nuances to the show that it's great.
For a good while, my wife would watch an episode or 2 of The Office in bed. You know, it takes her a while to fall asleep, and I'm just 2 minutes, I'm fast asleep sawing logs. Yeah. But I would always know when she's watching The Office because she just gets so slap happy, and I could feel the bed shaking because she was laughing so hysterically, but trying not to wake me up.
So funny. It's one of my favorites all time. So.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, let's dive in here. I'm going to let you go first. What are you going to be talking about today?
So I did Nuzzle last time, which was how to go find some cool content that's out there. But what happens when you get content, Sean, and you just don't have time to read it? There's nothing out there.
Nope.
Just kidding. There is. It's called Pocket. So if you guys go to getpocket.com, it's GETPOCKET.com, getpocket.com. It's a pretty sweet software. It's a Chrome extension for anybody that uses Google Chrome. If you're not using Google Chrome, you should be. I definitely recommend it because there's just a lot of great extensions out there, and the security is great on it. But Get Pocket, let me see if I can actually take you guys to my Pocket and see what it does. So what happens is every time you go to a blog page or whatever web page it actually is, let me just go ahead and share this. All right. When you go to a web page and you want to go ahead and save it, it's pretty simple. So let's actually let's find a sales hacker. So if I went to the sales hacker website and I was on, let's see here, other content pages. There you go. So increase your win rate through data-driven coaching by David Duncan. I want to save this, read later. Sorry, David, I just don't have time to read your blog today. Maybe tomorrow. Oh, my Chrome extension's not working.
Poor David.
If I go ahead and hit Pocket, if I go ahead and hit the Pocket button, it'll actually go ahead and save it in my articles. And I can go back and look at all the pockets that I have and anything I've ever saved, so I can go back later at a later date and go read it. So this one by Jason Lipkin, the right
Nice.
sales metrics for your SaaS startup. So I can go back later. I never had a chance to read it. It's actually by one of my friends, Kara Hogan. Used to work at Insight Squared. It was written back in 2014, so I've had Pocket for a bit. Pretty cool piece of technology. And then what it does is actually allows you to get recommendations too. So if you go back to Pocket, it has a really good recommendation engine for things you might like. So it starts looking at articles it throws at you, I'm guessing, and things you'd look at. But like, stop calling them soft skills. So things like this is things I would save typically. So Seth Godin, of course, who's an amazing marketer. If you guys aren't familiar with Seth Godin, but basically, are you good at your job? Yada, yada, yada. Go ahead and save that to my Pocket. I'd go ahead and read this, be able to read this later. But it's a really cool piece of content for anybody that is just constantly out there searching for blogs, searching for articles, and has time maybe at night to read it, but you had a little bit of leisure time, 10, 15 minutes to read while you're say at work, but you found 2 or 3 articles you want. Hit Pocket, it lets it save it for a later date. You can save things like videos as well. So if you come across a video and it's a 45-minute video and you know you don't have time, so you got the latest, greatest version of the real sales talk and golden content being spit, but you don't have time to finish it, go ahead and hit your Pocket, and it actually saves it to your Pocket for yourself. Pretty cool piece of content, or pretty piece of tech for you guys that are out there that are avid readers that consume a lot of content.
Do they have a mobile app as well?
I never looked if they had a mobile app. I think they do. And then actually the mobile app allows you to, I think so. I was actually turned down by one of our SDRs when it told me about Pocket. Yep, there it is. So it actually allows you to access your Pocket. I'm going to install that right now. It actually allows you to access your Pocket.
So basically the things that you've saved when you were on the web browser.
Exactly. So it all runs through your Gmail account or an email account.
Sweet. That's a cool one. I like that. Where I'm just curious, where do you find you do most of your reading of these articles? Is it before you go to bed, or when you're on the pod, or where?
At all of the above. No, I would say the most of it gets consumed. So I like to do it before I go to bed usually. So it's just a good way for me to kind of relax and wind down before the night ends. So after we get done recording the real sales talk, I'll probably go read 2 or 3 articles, get my mind spinning a little bit, and then gives me something to think about for a little bit as I'm trying to plan out my next day. But also I do a lot. So if I get to work early, I like to take 10 or 15 minutes, drink coffee, and just get ready for the day. Get my mind right, kind of meditate a little bit. And sometimes I'll poke around the internet as well while I'm doing that.
Nice. Cool. All right. So the app I'm going to talk about is also a Chrome plugin, and it's called Grammarly. So hopefully all of you who listen to this are using this. This is a must when you're communicating to clients and prospects. You've got to have this. I mean, this is a no-brainer. It's free. It's what does it do? You might be thinking. I'm building this up here for a nice crescendo. So what does it do? So basically, when you're using Chrome, you're typing out an email, for example. Grammarly actually checks your spelling and your grammar and lets you know when you've got something that needs a fix in. So let's see if we can just do this now. So let's say I talk with a prospect, and he or she agrees to a 15-minute discovery phone call. So let's see here. I'm just going to send this to myself. Thanks for your time today, Sean. Great connecting. Looking forward to, I'm intentionally messing up here. Here are some testimonials talk on. Okay, all right. So if you're looking at the video version of this, what you can see is I pulled up my Gmail. I've composed an email, and in the body, I'm saying I'm addressing Sean myself like I just made contact with him. Great connecting. Looking forward to call. I intentionally left out the call. Here are some testimonials. Talk on Wednesday. Of course, your follow-up email should be a lot better than that. But for time's sake here, what it picks up on, what Grammarly picks up on automatically is that I've misspelled connecting, and it gives me a red underline. And if I hover my cursor over it, it actually gives me some recommendations. So instead of how I spelled it, which is I intentionally left out the I in connecting, and so it gives me a few options: connecting, connected, connect. I'm going to do connecting because that's what I meant. Looking forward to call. Well, it picks up on the fact that I've missed the before the call, and it says infinitive instead of gerund. Basically, I just put the in there, and then the red line goes away underneath call, and you send it off. So this is good for really anything that you're typing on the web when you're using a Chrome browser. Grammarly has your back, because let's face it, we've all sent an email to someone that we were interested in continuing a sales conversation with, and after the fact, after it was sent, notice that a word was misspelled, or you missed something. You look like a total doofus, right? No one wants to look like a doofus, and no one wants to look like an uneducated sales guy. It's a good way to lose that rapport that you've built. So Grammarly, if you install it into the Chrome browser, is always watching your back to make sure that you don't send out a communication or type something on, type a message on Facebook and miss out on some sort of misspelling or bad grammar. So the idea, I've been using this for several years now, but actually the idea to talk about this came last week when you were doing your screen share, Phill. I saw that you use Grammarly as well. Are you a big fan of it?
Huge fan. My favorite place to use Grammarly, LinkedIn. Ooh. So it's amazing on LinkedIn, because social is one of those spots where it's pretty, it's just convenient, and it's also really easy to make mistakes where you just kind of don't think through things. You go ahead and type really quick, make a quick message, and you just don't check it. You just don't go into that mode where I'm
bad about that.
Right. You just post. Grammarly is great at catching it, and now just having something there that's said you used you are or your instead of yours, and like the possessive your. Like, oh, okay, I probably should change that before I post it on the internet. Little things like that, and going into it also does Twitter. I'm trying to think. There's a few other, like most of the major social networks it works on. It's there's one spot it doesn't work on yet, and I cannot think what it is, but pretty much everywhere else it's on. And I think they even talk about it on their website. But it's the one.
Really?
Yeah, I'm good with what it is. Oh, it doesn't work in. It does not work on Google Sheets or Google.
Interesting.
Google Docs right now.
Yeah.
So instead of in the Google Drive, it does not work inside of that right now, which is fine because you can copy and paste, and you could also build it and actually write inside of Grammarly. And then once you have it inside of Grammarly, you can then obviously paste it over.
True.
So
True.
It's not too bad. It gives you a nice little notepad.
And that website, if you want to check it out, is Grammarly.com. So GRAMMARLY.com. It's free. I believe they also have a paid version, but I don't see any mention of it on their website anymore. So that's interesting. They used to have a paid version that offered more features. I don't see that anymore, actually. Grammarly Premium. Yeah, Grammarly Premium is what it is. So if you get to testing it out, you like what it has to offer, you want more underneath the hood, more power underneath the hood, you can purchase the premium version for Let's see if it gives the pricing. That makes me enter in the stuff before the pricing is given. So check it out if that's something that you're interested in. I am, as I mentioned, I'm notorious for writing something and then not reading through it and then posting it and be like, oh crap, and then going into edit. The problem with LinkedIn is that they don't give an edit to stuff. So
there's betas out there. There's people can't edit. So I can edit on mobile. I cannot edit on desktop for some reason on LinkedIn. It's weird. But I've made mistakes on desktop before I had Grammarly, of course, and then came back and like, shoot, I got to change that, and gone back into mobile and made the edit and change on mobble.
So interesting.
It's always the post that does well. It's always the post that starts getting likes right away, and like, gosh, it's doing real well, but I just don't want to let this kind of sit out on the internet anymore. Grammarly is awesome. I'm a huge fan, and it's saved me a number of times.
I'm amazed. Some of these apps are free. I mentioned this before when I was talking about Expensify. I'm like, man, I would pay. I would pay. It would be worth it to me to pay for some of these. And Grammarly and Expensify are a couple of them.
I think it's they're apps. So Grammarly, Expensify, Pocket. Like it's one of those things. Like I heard Pocket from one of my coworkers who was just obsessed with Pocket. It's that it has that. It's just really user friendly. It's got it's just really great tech, and it's one of those things where they get really loyal followings that eventually at a company level it makes sense for somebody like a company like ours to say, hey, you know what, let's buy Grammarly for everybody. I think it's really valuable. Same thing for Pocket. Hey, I like how you guys consume content. Like I'd like for you guys to have a tool like this. It's a natural extension. And then there's also people like we're talking about Grammarly, like from an individual level, it's worth it for me to have it, to be able to do a little bit further with what it does for grammar check. So
cool. Some good apps. These two are good apps. I'm going to put you on the spot here. We just published last week an episode of Real Sales Talk. Can you talk a little bit about that one, if you remember, and then what do we got coming up?
Yeah, who was on last show? Gosh, we've been cranking out episodes. Last we recorded it, but last episode was it Mary Lou?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So we had Mary Lou Tyler, who is phenomenal. She is the co-author for Predictable Revenue. For anybody that's out there in the sales development world, if you have not heard of Predictable Revenue, you probably shouldn't be in the sales development world. It is the holy Bible or the holy grail of the sales development world. She's phenomenal. I met her in Boston at the Women's Sales Pro Conference, just full of knowledge. I heard her speak, and afterwards I had to get like 10 minutes of her time just to talk. We ended up talking for like 50 minutes of just like hypotheticals of way things would go into. And then it turned into, she wrote another book, which is Predictable Prospecting. And it's kind of the next iteration of Predictable Revenue. So definitely recommend anybody has not picked it up yet, pick up Predictable Prospecting, but listen to our last episode or our upcoming episode with Mary Lou Tyler, who is just phenomenal and very, very, very smart.
And that one is season 5, episode 2.
It's true.
And then we did record another one, which should come out in 2 or 3 days, where we give an update, Phill and I, on what we're doing in our roles. So we've got some new things happening in our careers. So we gave the Real Sales Talk family an update on that.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's a big week. I turned 30 this week for everybody out in the Real Sales Talk world. It's a big 3-0. Not really that a big a deal. So
you know what? I think my 30s have been the best decade so far. 20s were good. 30s were even better. And I actually, it just dawned on me, I got a birthday coming up soon as well at the end of the month. So we are both Pisces. Are you a Pisces?
I am not. I'm Aquarius.
You missed the cutoff.
Yeah, I know. My brother's Pisces. I'm just fishing for gifts, everybody. That's all.
Yeah. Yes. It's cool. All right. So let's go ahead and wrap up. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Thank you so much. Oh, by the way, we've got like 5 new iTunes reviews. So thank you for taking the time.
Definitely. Thank you guys. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. And I even see there's a 4 out of 5 star. One of them is a 4 out of 5 stars. Totally okay. You give us your honest feedback. And if there's some room for improvement, we will definitely make it. But the majority of them are 5 stars.
Awesome. We appreciate it, guys. And we'll see you on the next episode.
See ya.